Heidi ho, Maths Legends. Today we're going to be looking at the distributive law. What we're actually going to be looking at is splitting our sum when multiplying to be able to use this strategy to work out the answer.
Okay lads, so the distributive law is quite simple, and what it's trying to do is break down multiplication so that it becomes easier. So in this case here we can see we've got 34 times 5. Now what that really means is we have a 30 plus 4 times 5. Now knowing that we've got 30 plus 4 times 5, we can then do two sums. So we can do 30 times 5 and we can do 4 times 5. Now if I'm going to write that as an algebraic equation, I put brackets around and then I say that after I've done both of those I add them together. So in effect it's 30 times 5, so I know 0 onto the answer, 3 times 5 is 15, add 4 times 5 is 20, so my answer then is 170. So 34 times 5 is 170. So simply all you're doing is breaking down the biggest number into chunks, so into the house groups, and multiplying each. Let's try again. So this time we've got 3 different houses. We've got 412 times 3. So we're going to start off and we're going to break it all down. So we've got 400 plus 10 plus 2. We're going to multiply it by 3. Knowing that, then we have 3 different parts to this sum, and I'm going to put the brackets down so you can see them before we add them together. So we have 400 times 3, 10 times 3, and 2 times 3. So we know 400 times 3, take my 2 zeros, put them onto the answer. 4 times 3 is 12. Add 10 times 3, 30, add 2 times 3 is 6. If I add those together, I have 1,236. So my answer to 412 times 3 is 1,236. Here's an even larger one now. We've got 4 houses. So let's break this down again. Split it up. So we've got 6,000. We've got 100. We've got 20. And we've got 7. So you can see that I'm expanding that number. Multiply it by 2. Now remember, put a bracket around those ones there. I'm then going to do the different parts. I'm going to do 6,000 times 2, 100 times 2, 20 times 2, and 7 times 2. I've written that around the wrong way. If I keep going then, I work it out. 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, put them on my answer. 6 times 2 is 12. Add 2 zeros on my answer. 1, 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 0 on my answer. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 7 is 14. Let's add them all up now. So we've got 12,000 plus 200. So it would be 12,200 plus 40. 12,240. Add 14. 12,254. Let's write that in there. Answer. And we're done. So you can see that what I'm doing, and I can do this easily in my head too by doing it, but I want to see your work. Okay, gents, you're going to have a crack at these yourself now. Have a go, stop the video, and I'll come back and I'll show the answers. All right, hopefully you found that quite easy. I'm going to quickly break it down. We've got 50 and 4 multiplied by 4. We've then got 50 times 4 and 4 times 4. Which would make 200 plus 16, so we know the answer is 216. Second one, 70 plus 2, multiply that by 5, 70 times 5, and 2 times 5, which would be 350 and 10. Adding those together makes 360. Last one here is obviously has 3 different houses to break up and expand. And when we break it down, we go 500 times 3, 60 times 3, 4 times 3. When we work these out, we would work out that it is 1,500, 180, and 12, which would make 1692, 1,692. So once again, guys, distributive law, all it is making sure that you break down the first number, expand that first number, and then multiply each of those different expanded forms, add them all together at the end. This strategy is really good when working out multiplication, in particular when you're trying to do it mentally. In this case, though, we're showing it all working. Good luck, gents, when you get to class, and come with any questions that you have.